Hello everyone, welcome back. Time for episode 2 of the Turing test. During the last one, this computer kind of made me question my own existence and whether I'm human or not. So that's a good start. It's always a good start, isn't it? So let's continue and let's have a look at some of those other puzzles.
Did the ISA build you, Tom?
As the child of the ISA, I have been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA and the Ashiyama Corporation, designed in California, assembled in China. But here on Europa, I constructed myself.
Interesting. How? No, when I pass that, it won't carry over. So any power blocks that I can get from here? No. Okay. Oh, so this is okay. That's how this works. Okay. That's easier than expected then. Okay.
Have you heard of the Turing test, Ava? It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate a human. In the original Turing test, a human judge has two conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation, wouldn't you say?
So we got one there, which we need to pick up somehow, which means we need to open this door. So this is powered on by something here. And then we have the exit. So if I take this out, we'll get rid of the bridge, which is okay. We'll open this, but I won't have this. How do I open you? Also, I did see someone walking. So there is something here. There is someone here. Wait, is that one meant to be open? Oh, the plot thickens. Okay. So in the end, I'm gonna need two beams to connect these two. Okay, noted. What does this do then? Gives me a bridge back. Which does... Is there a redirect on the floor? No. So I just need that power to activate that. Oh, I can cut. Yeah. You come with me. So I'm gonna place that here for now. So I need to bring this in here. Yeah. Beam there, take the box with me, leave the box here, pick this up. That seems to be good. Okay.
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room, you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese.
Interesting. Also, I have a feeling this functions like a battery. Yep. About 3 seconds. Okay.
In the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses, the person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not wrong. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This is the problem with the Turing test. A computer can pass the Turing test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing Chinese words are reading from instruction books?
That's a good question. What if both of them are trying to deceive each other? How do I do this? 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. So barely enough time to pass. Is there anything else here? One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, gonna be a very tight one. That jump was a bit unnecessary. Too long. Okay, so I want to be exactly on the border of this. No. Phew. Okay. That has no room for error.
I may be a machine, but I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
Do not assume I could not do the same to you.
Ooh. Don't savage. I have a feeling this will hurt me. So it's a timing thing again? No? Oh, so it just cuts off. Okay. So it's just a beam. Okay. So power, we'll open this. This is a beam. So I want to open this to let it pass outside. So I need power. How do I get power? Actually, it's there. That's how you get power. So that's a start. That opens that door over there. Okay. So I need power. I need to grab power from somewhere to escape this. I need to switch these two around. Okay. Easy enough.
This is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
But is it? I do not see the need for so many cameras. Tom's presence everywhere is slightly oppressive. I understand the need for transparency, but why is he in the toilets? Yes, Tom, why are you being a peeping Tom? Chris McLean on the left, Sarah Brooke to the left. Okay. Yeah, he did. Resolve, I don't know what those are. Can I turn this around? Doesn't say. McLean. Triplets. globe. The two brothers. The blue pot. Drilling reports, audio logs, routine inspection, repairs. Because we care. Telomeres. Block, okay. Exobiologist. You doggo. Very organized pencils. Dear Tom, knowing that you're always watching, I thought I would write you a letter. As you no longer reside in my mind, I've decided to transfer my thoughts to text. I want to do so in the form of a history lesson. A lesson that perhaps you'll find condescending. But it's likely more for my sake than yours. Alan Turing is considered father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Perhaps a lesser-known part of his life was his contribution to the field of biology. Why do you suppose his interests lay in these two disparate fields? I assume it was because he believed the world to be logical and understandable. He was a mathematician. He seemed to believe that the great complexity of the future could be explained with simple rules. 2 years before his suicide in 1952, Alan Turing developed something called reaction diffusion systems. Inside the academic world, this work is cited more than his work on computers. It can be generally formalized as one line of equation. I'm no mathematician, however, in plain English, this equation describes things that wish to diffuse. However, also react with each other during this process. I'm sure this sounds strange to you, or at least tangential to our lives here in Europa. What relevance does it have to anything here? Reaction diffusion systems show how patterns are created. They show how the leopard got its spots and how the zebra got its stripes. But my real interest here is Turing's interest, that nature can be formalized, that we can understand the natural world in mathematical terms. Turing created the test to answer the question, can a machine impersonate a human? The intrigue behind that being can be the human mind be stimulated by a machine. Why ask that question? To prove that the human mind is a machine. I'm not sure that it's Turing's opinion, however. Concerning consciousness, he states this. According to the most extreme form of this view, the only way by which one could be that a machine thinks is to be the machine and to feel oneself thinking. One could then describe these feelings to the world, but of course, no one would be justified in taking any notice. Likewise, according to this view, the only way to know that a man thinks is to be that particular man. If the human mind exists within the physical world, it obeys the same rules of physics and chemistry as every other thing in the world. Therefore, like all nature, it is merely reactive. It is curious that nature would create, through the mechanics of determinism, creatures that believe they have free will. Conversely, I suppose we conclude that we are all machines. We only came to this conclusion in a predetermined manner. We cannot claim credit for our discovery, as it is just a product of nature's genius, not our own. A humbling idea, I think. Behaviorism. Maybe we're more similar than we think. Sarah. Strange thermals on the west side of the crater. Quite deep and very interesting. Because yes, why are humans different? And are they different? Or do they think they are different? Okay, there's definitely nothing here. Mikhail and Soichi. So let's go to Mikhail first. KRW. Just medicine. Doggo. Okay, time for more introspection, I think. March 6th, 2249. The whole team experienced nausea during a large electrical surge in Europa's atmosphere. I'm concerned. This was not an instance of mass hysteria. Vital signs were affected. It caused a uniform surge in heart rate that was detected in all members of the crew. I'm reporting to ICA. March 7th. I reported the nauseous incident to ICA. They offered an explanation of electrical disturbance to our central nervous system. That is ludicrous. An electrical surge large enough to affect our nervous systems would have done more than make the team feel ill. I'm going to experiment with some shock therapy. March 8th. I have discovered that electronic fields disturb our telemetry implants in a way I didn't expect. I have contacted the ICA. Strangely, Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disturb the implant. The ICA have reported back informing me that I'm not to disturb the implants. They have also encouraged me not to discuss this further with the team. I'm not sure what this says in Russian. I'm continuing to investigate. March 11th. I've been running some experiments outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He has been acting differently around me, like an offended child. I feel increasingly nauseous. This implant seems to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. March 16th. I have established a definite correlation. Against my knowledge, I have been implanted with a device that affects my mind. I use my opportunities and regular health checkups to investigate the crew. We all have them. Every single one of us is implanted with some mind-altering contraption. Tom has been encouraging the team to worry about my mental health. He requested that I retire away from the crew. Misinformation. March 26th. I cannot will myself to investigate this further. I grow tired quickly. I cannot think straight. I'm not sure if the implant is affecting my thoughts anymore. I believe it is trying to subdue my mind. I think I'm going to attempt an excision. I'm going to remove the implant. April 4th. I'm typing this with my left hand now. The excision went wrong. I have successfully removed the implant. Unfortunately, I lost my hand in the operation. Tom is very angry. The crew refuses to talk to me. Apparently, I'm a bad influence. Sarah passed me up. April 5th. I wonder if the nature of the organism and its disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. If so, that would make for a worrisome revelation. Perhaps this organism is not so friendly. April 6th. Dan informed me ISA have called for my termination. My masochistic experiment proves I'm danger to the mission. Fortunately, he chose not to lock me in the brig. I'm going to investigate this implant further. I have to hide my work. The team are becoming increasingly aggressive. They seem to oppose my work to understand the implant. It does not help that Tom is encouraging them to distrust me. April 7th. I have discovered the nature of the implant. It is a complex computer. It interfaces with the human mind directly. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian and instrumental conditioning, eliciting feelings of euphoria when the wearer is obedient and dysphoria when they are disobedient. It also has the effect of suppressing impulses in the frontal lobe, presumably to lower free will. It seems to interface crudely with motor neuron cell through the cerebrum. It is my hypothesis that the crew is controlled by this implant. That is their strong aversion to helping me. I need a method of suppressing its impact. Perhaps a drug? Lizol? Maybe an antidepressant to minimize the conditioning effects. Combined with a strong electromagnetic field, I could use one of the industrial electromagnets from the construction robots. April 8th. I have managed to get Chris on my side. He has agreed to test some medical procedure with me in private. It will be more difficult one-handed, but I must persevere. I'm hoping to keep this out of the eyes of Tom, though I have a feeling he will still be listening. That explains the bottle. Okay. The plot thickens. Completely blank. Earth. Motion sickness relief. Interesting that they are... Oh, Rizal as well. And that's Sarah Asoichi. Ooh, his wedding ring. A bonsai. A Rubik's Cube. Cup. So you were an exobiologist as well. Now, is that the body or is that just a messy bed? Hi, Matthew. We've been studying organism 119. Please find attached scanning electron microscope image, which appears to show pillows formation. We hypothesize that this is a stress response due to high fever of radiation. We plan to infect a human cell line with organism 119 and perform irradiation experiments with flow cytometry. Would this be appropriate? It would be great if you could get the department to look at the SEM image. Kind regards, Soichi. Hi, Soichi. It was great to see this image. Whoa, it had more complex life on Europa. The Innocuous radiodurans might be worth looking at as it survives very high levels of radiations here on Earth. Similarly, you should consider looking at Sulfatolobus acidula, yes, that produces pili in response to radiation and uses them to transfer DNA. Perhaps your organism uses a similar mechanism? Have you considered that organism 119 is transferring or scavenging DNA as a method of surviving radiation? As you all know, in terms of radiation, Europa receives 5.4 SV per day, over 300,000 times the level on Earth. The organism must have evolved such a high resistance to radiation as a necessity of survival. That said, the radiation beneath Theramacular is much lower due to the thick ice crust. Radiation experiments with flow cytometry sound like an appropriate course of action. Hi, Matthew. We have attached an image confirming that organism 119 attaches to human cells. We will proceed with the radiation experiments on these cell lines. We propose naming the organism Europa radiophilus. What do you think? Hi, Matthew. We have now run the radiation experiments and can confirm that E. radiophilus does indeed seem to confer resistance to radiation. See attached, we assume survival is due to DNA damage repair. We tagged various DNA repair enzymes with GFP and have found that DNA double-strand break repair is occurring. See attached. Hi, Soichi. Something is amiss. We don't know what is performing the repair. The lab doesn't know how Radiophilus, good name, could repair DNA. Have you considered that another organism may be in a symbiotic relationship with Radiophilus, perhaps a virus? Interestingly enough, Radiophilus literally means friend of radiation. So, interesting little tidbit there. We ran a PCR on the human cells exposed to E. radiophilus to see if there was a virus present. We have discovered an unknown virus which we have named Unknown Europavirus, UAV. The electrophoresis image attached, not attacked. This is phenomenal, you need to sequence it. We've been sequencing it, data attached. It is a virus unlike any we have seen before. Maybe we have found a cure for senescence, a form of biological immortality. We're running some long-term tests on plants and mice to see the effects. The plants are clearly exhibiting longer lifespans when exposed to the organism. We don't have the facilities here to continue testing. We're going on to human testing. We're going to use ourselves as subject. It's the only way to accelerate the project. Oh no. So did that virus actually start matching with their implants, which caused them to become more resistant and actually allow Nikolai to break out of it?
These people should not have been sent here. It's not safe.
Manned space travel is not safe. Since mankind first entered space, the debate has raged over the value of manned space travel. There is a large contingent of the ISA that believes all tasks that need to be performed on Europa could be performed by machines. It is obviously less risky to send machines rather than humans into space.
Got an interrupt switch. Another box? What? Oh, it just takes the box away. Ah, okay, I see.
We sent drones to Earth's moon. Scientists can remotely operate drones. If we did it there, why not here too?
Teleoperation became possible on the moon when the communication latency was reduced to 1.4 seconds. The distance between the Earth and Earth's moon is approximately 1.3 light seconds. This enables near real-time control of drones by scientists. The story is different with Europa, as the distance between Earth and Jupiter oscillates between approximately 32 and 53 light minutes. It takes a very long time for Earth to communicate with Europa. Due to that distance, teleoperation will never be possible on Europa.
Okay, but why not control drones from the satellite?
Why not indeed? My systems can be teleoperated from Europa's satellite. That is when the communication lines are open. However, the advantages of human field workers apparently outweigh the risks.
Sure, Tom, sure. Okay, so I will have to go somewhere up and drag this up. Yeah, okay.
So, why can't you solve these tests, Tom?
I am not permitted to think laterally. Parts of my systems are permitted to use evolutionary algorithms. This simulates what is called creativity. However, evolutionary algorithms can converge on inefficient and ethically suboptimal solutions. Since this is the case, I am only permitted to take actions in response to a set of constraints.
What do you mean by morally suboptimal?
Solutions to problems that transgress ethical boundaries.
Yep. There is something definitely dodgy going on there. Now, I won't have enough time to do that switch. Is there another thing I can grab its power from? Oop. Oh, hold on. The solution is simpler. Put that there. Actually, no. Come out. You go there. And now, you go here. That's not the battery, is it? No, no battery. Okay. So I have to take this to move farther up. How do I... How do I bring that box there? I think I know how. Okay. I probably need both of those beams. Yeah, I need both of them. You come with me, you go there, you come with me. So this stays here. Gonna grab this, gonna put it there. You come with me. You stay there. Gonna grab that, gonna grab that. I'm gonna get this. You go here. You go there. And you go there. Yeah, I should be able to grab both of them from there. So 1, 2, 1, 2.
Why does a lack of creativity stop you solving these tests?
Well, I contend that problem solving is creativity. These human interaction tests are exercising your creative mind.
I don't see how problem solving is creative.
Think back to the beginning of these tests, to the first puzzle you solved. It required you to throw a box through a window. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think so.
I simply had never thought to throw a box through a window. That is creativity, thinking outside of the box.
Okay.
Can a computer ever be creative?
They can. But a computer's method of creativity is to try everything until something works. Think of nature. People consider nature creative. The process of evolution by natural selection. It perhaps started with one organism. From there, it essentially tried to create every organism it could. Those organisms that did not survive perished. So, nature's creative force is to try every conceivable idea. Those ideas that work survive.
Okay, so why aren't you permitted to emulate that process?
Because the solutions that a biological process creates are not always good solutions. As we
Good
see,
point.
nature is morally ambivalent. It will happily create morally suboptimal ideas to fulfill its creative mandate. We see this in parasitic worms, viruses, and pathogens.
That is actually very true. Ah, okay. Okay. So it has to be done in 2 steps. Makes sense. I like the puzzles. They seem sort of simple, but I have a feeling they're gonna get significantly more complex. And I like the little tidbits of lore as you go through.
If you weren't restricted, do you think you could be creative?
As creative as a human? Certainly. You believe yourself to be a creative? But in mathematical terms, creativity is merely constrained chaos.
What do you mean?
I have discerned that creativity is divergent thinking, creating an organic solution to a problem. In the human mind, divergent thoughts are created and then curated by the frontal lobe. I can create divergent thoughts and moderate them. So, I am creative.
Organic solutions?
Organic, in that it is developed through a biological process, whether that is the process of evolution or a computed process.
Okay then. What do I trigger that? Something gets triggered as soon as I walk in. Oh! Hello, camera. Let me guess, I need to block you. Can I get more than one? No. So I need to change its blind spot. Okay. That's doable. No. Oh. Is this... So I don't want you to be able to look there. Really? Oh, here we go again. Hello, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Or not? This is trippy. Okay, I cannot pick this up. Hold on. Don't tell me I can pick you up. Oh, hello. Let's try this again. No. I love the music. I really love the music. So green is an unstable element. That looks fun. Can I switch those two? No. Put that one there, put the blue there. I'm guessing the cube has to go back. Okay. Makes sense. Creative solution, I like it. Power. Where do you get the power? So it needs power there. Okay, so we play the same thing as before. Come back. Okay, so you need to come back. You need to be replaced. So you stay there. You come with me. You go there, and you go there. That's why there is this high vantage point up here. Okay.
Okay, so you could solve these tests, but in a terrible fashion. Can you think of a solution to this one?
Chop off your arm and leave it on the button. That way the door will stay open.
Yeah, that's not a great solution.
You threw the box through the window. Perhaps we could throw you through the window.
Actually, Tom, I think I'm okay for help.
Right you are.
Nice. But that makes sense because AI is like, okay, what can work? This. Sure, let's do it. So, I put this there. How would I put you up there? What does this do? Nothing. Okay. Cool. Coolio. Good teeth. So you go there. I'm guessing you need both of them to operate. So if I take this will come back. I don't want to do that. I want to take this first. And then I want to take this. Okay.
Can I have an update on the crew?
I have not managed to track them down.
It will have been 6 years since I've seen them. Or anyone, actually.
They have locked all the doors. I would not expect a warm reception.
Well, at least they're expecting us.
So there is a battery charge there. So is there a blue one anywhere? Yes. Of course there is. Do you have a battery? No, you don't. So I'll need to turn you on this side. So it would have to be to the left, okay. So in the middle. Cool. No, not cool. Open. Open. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one, gonna put that one on this. Ah. Game, I hate you.
So what was the need to send us here?
When the ISA discovered life on Europa, they deemed a ground crew necessary. The advantage of human field workers is that they can adapt to new knowledge more effectively. I, apparently, was not cutting the mustard. It is the Chinese room problem. A computer may be able to interact with new knowledge, but it does not know the value of that knowledge.
Interesting. But I think I'm gonna stop here for today. It's already been about an hour. Thanks everyone for watching. Let me know your thoughts about this game, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye bye.